the channel, guys. So you've read the title. Yeah, I've sold the Budget Clubman. I'm gonna not dance around this at all. It's not been an easy decision to make, so let's just get that one out there. But I think it's for the right thing to do moving forward for the channel. So I wanted to take this chance just to make a video because so many people have followed this build, so many people contributed to it in the comments, and it's really, words can't express how much that makes, like me, James, Sam, and everyone that's had anything to do with this car. It's really pushed us. The car's turned around really quickly, as in from the restoration side of things. I guess you make the most out of a bad situation. Lockdown is shy. No other word to put about it. So you make yourself busy, and me being busy is in the garage, and this is the product of it. So I've always got that to remember now. I saved this car. So when I originally bought the car, I bought the car for good friend Pete. It was black, as you'll remember, accident damage front and back, very rusty, and needed a lot of work at the end of the day. I saw the opportunity. I thought, right, I've not had one. I'm weak. You know, you followed the build. I bought it, went for it. But in the back of my head, I always said, I'll do this one. And if anything ever happened in life, or if anything needed to give to make something else happen, this would be the car unfortunately I had to go. And the only reason for that is purely because the other cars have sentimental value, and mainly the Sidewalk and our 89 Mini. And the Mazda is very new to the channel and is a very different side of things. That won't be going. The Clubby Estate, which you've all seen in the channel now, and the van that is still to come to the channel. I've had a bucket list of cars to collect and to own, and those two are on it, very much so. So I couldn't sell them. I couldn't bring myself to do that. So unfortunately, the finger got pointed to this. But there is a big silver lining to selling the Clubman to the person I sold it to. So I actually sold it back to Pete, the guy I bought it off. None of this was at all intentional. It's just how it's turned out, really. So I've known Pete for a number of years, and he's the reason I've got the other two Minis that I own as well. And the idea of the Clubman was to do a budget shell rebuild, but we've not really spared anything, as in the quality. It's all there, it's all restored, it's all solid, and it's hard to sell a car that's actually probably the best car I own, as in rust and the restoration and the amount of time and effort that has gone into this. It's an incredibly sentimental car in a sense that I've done it start to finish. You know, I really enjoyed doing the shell restoration. So a lot of you are probably saying, we're selling it unfinished. You could just finish it and potentially get more money for it, maybe, and enjoy it more. The reason I've not finished it is purely a time aspect, and also if I finished it, I wouldn't sell it. So that I've had to draw the line somewhere. I've had to stop. The other factor is the car is missing a number of items to which Pete has to finish it. So between me and Pete, it's worked out really well. I hope he's really happy with it. Obviously, because of lockdown and all this stuff, it's not been collected, but deposit's been paid, deal's been done. Car is actually fully packed inside of all its other belongings. You'll notice it's sat on a set of steel wheels on the front. That's purely because the wheels on it, the Rostyles, they foul on the drums about a spacer, so they're just not very safe to move around on. So steel wheels back on the front of it for now. But it is going as is. It's going as a rolling shell. There's an engine waiting for it, there's an interior waiting for it, and the beauty of this, so before everyone's probably sat there going, flipping hell, he sold it. Why have you done that? The car is still going to be on the channel. So with the part of the deal of the sale, I always said to Pete, well, I still want to drive it. I still want to finish it for the channel. But it just won't also be finished by me. It won't be owned by me anymore. So we are actually going to review this car when it's done. We've mentioned that to Pete. I'm hoping it's going to get done in a few months, maybe. I don't know. And then we can review it maybe coming into spring or summer, because that would be really cool. I've got to drive it. It's so much heart and soul and energy, blood, sweat and tears literally has gone into this car, and I want to enjoy it, but I couldn't own it. I have to make way for other things for the channel. namely the fact that the 89 needs to continue, and the sidewalk. Obviously, if you've seen the series with Sam, the sidewalk it's taken more than I thought to get it to where I wanted it. So it's cost a lot of time for Sam and a lot of money for me to get it to where I want, and it's not finished. There's loads of work I still want to do to it, and as much as people are going to sell the sidewalk, like I said, sentimental attachment to that, I want to get that right, and I want to get on. I felt like I've neglected that car, and I have, and that's purely because I have too many cars. So I know it's third world problems, but it is an issue. So anyone that hasn't seen this build, just please go check it out. If you're looking to restore a car for the first time, I'm not saying this is the way to do it, but you can do it for yourself in your own means and be proud of it, because I am 110% proud of this car. It is a full home brewed restoration. It's not left this driveway, and I'm very proud of that. So let's just have a really quick recap, because if you haven't caught up with this build, you need to go watch the series. It's about 80 videos long, and it goes through everything that I've done to it. So we've had a full front end, scuttle ends, both sides have been repaired, inner wings have been repaired, crash damage has been pulled out, bonnet's been repaired, A-panels are new, door skins are new, door bottoms are new. Inside the car, like I mentioned, it's all packed up ready to go with some spare paint, and like a number of boxes and things like that. It's had a full respray in the bronze yellow, so it's not the factory colour. All the windows have been refurbished and cleaned. You'll notice it's obviously going to go branded. It's got to go branded. I hope Pete likes to keep that, because it means a lot if that could go around at the shows, because Pete does attend a lot of shows. So you will see this car, and please just pop over and say hi to him and give the car a bit of a look over, because if I'm not with it, I'm sure I'd be more than happy to chat to you about it. But what would be nice is to maybe have this on one of our stands with the sidewalk, with maybe the MPI when it's done, and Gary the 89. Yeah, so having all the cars together is still a thing. It's just not going to be owned by me. So I hope everyone can understand that the car is still going to be about on the channel. It's not just disappeared, but I've done my job. I wanted to do a shell restoration, and it's done. I went way further. I've refurbished all the running gear, put it all back together. It literally needs an engine putting in it, interior finishing, and go from there. Obviously we've done a headliner as well. Massive thanks on my behalf on that. One thing I must say, the person that's the most gutted about me making this decision is most likely her. She picked the colour. She almost picked the way the car looked. I always want an early GT look, and I've done that, but we've both got things we want to do in life. We want the channel to thrive a bit more, and you can't do it if you're smothered with cars. You'd probably be asking, well, you've bought another car already. Yes, but it's not a Mini, it's not the same sort of project. It's a track day project, it's a weekend sort of whip just to go round the back roads in. It's a very different project, the Mazda, and I hope some people give it some love, because it's not obviously what everyone's used to, and I appreciate it's not, you might not like them, but it is staying to the channel. James is bringing another one to the channel, which we will introduce very soon. So there's a lot of content with Japanese cars coming. There's also, and there's a little sneak peek here, something else coming to the channel. I've just done a deal with a very good friend of mine on another car, which I said right back at the beginning of this channel that I really wanted, and that's all I'm saying. I'll do another video on that very soon. I'm so excited. But yeah, the Clubman is what it is. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope people can respect my decision for this. Life's life, you've got to do what you got to do, and I'm really doing this mainly for the to benefit the channel more than anything. So I'm going to sign out from this video, because when I put the time-lapse video together, it was quite I'm man enough to admit it was quite emotional. I've been on a big journey with this car, like I've just mentioned, and I really feel like it was a worthwhile thing for me to do personally. It's not the last of the Minis, obviously. We've still got the MPI, we're only doing the front end on the MPI, and then we've got the 89 still to carry on with. Then we've got my van to bring on, and we've got loads of stuff. So it's not the end of the Minis for the channel, so don't ever think that, but it's the end for the Clubman in my ownership, so we'll leave it at that. Jump in the comments below. I hope you can respect my reasoning for this. I'm really doing it for the channel. I'm doing it because it's something I always said I wanted to do the shell, and the car needs to be enjoyed. I never thought it wouldn't be me, I'll be honest. I kind of thought I would enjoy it as well. But the person I sold it back to, it's a bit weird selling it back to the previous owner, I guess, but he's going to enjoy it and cherish it. He's got a beautiful collection of Minis, and it's going to sit really nice with all of them. He also has a really nice blue clubby estate, similar year, if not the same year, I think, as Jerry, our clubby estate. And I think these two together will look beautiful. So thank you very much, Pete. I'm glad that it's gone to someone that really loves it. I hate selling cars. I enjoy buying them, but I hate selling cars. And the fact that it's going to someone that I've known for so many years, I mean, we're talking over 10 years, it makes me feel better about the whole thing. So big thanks to Pete for that. I hope you're happy with it. That's me signing out from this video. That's the end of the budget Clubman in Simpsons Classics hands. There will be a test drive coming on it very soon, as soon as it's up and running, MOT and on the road. It has actually just turned MOT and tax exempt now, as of a few weeks ago, so that's really good, but it'll still get MOT. Pete's very much looks after his cars. I'm really excited to see it driving. I'm very, very excited for that, and I hope him and his family really enjoy it. I really, really do. I hope it's a loved car. I'm going to stop talking now. Move on to the rest, because it's not been an easy thing to do this, but I didn't want to leave you guys in the lurch. I didn't want to move into 2021 with a bit of bad news, I guess. I wanted to sort of, this is a positive thing for me. I've made the decision. I'm very happy about the decision. It's just not easy at the same time, so anyone that's out there that's any attachment to cars will understand that, and I hope you can appreciate that. But yeah, onwards and upwards. It's coming to the channel again, so don't worry about that. But yeah, goodbye Amber, and enjoy your next part of your life. Catch you next one, guys. If you haven't already, please go and check out our sponsors, Frost. Without Frost towards the end of this, especially when they came on board, I don't think we would have been able to do this. They have very much helped us out. The car will go with some Frost products on top of it as well, so as in, i.e. the wax and things like that. And it's going to get loved. So go check out the sponsor. Go also check out our website. We are moving some more merchandise up into there. The stickers are still available. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, because if you want to see more stuff like this, you've got to subscribe, you've got to follow, and all your support goes straight back into this channel, which you'll see very, very soon. If you don't believe me, you will find that out. And we really want to grow this channel. So please look out for Amber in 2021, when we're actually allowed to go to car shows. Will we be allowed to go to car shows? But please look out for her. And yeah, come say hi if you see me with the car, or if you see Pete with the car, or if you just see us in general, just pop over and say hi. So catch you next one, guys. Please stay safe, and Happy New Year to you all.